Steve's Vlog. This is my show where I talk about whatever I feel like, just because I need to get it off my chest. This episode is actually a requested episode by Dylan Johnson, who left a comment on one of my videos who said, "Hey Steve, I'd love to see your bobblehead collection. Would you mind doing a video showing them off?" Well, Dylan, voila. This is my bobblehead collection. Now, they're not all on frame, but I'm going to do my best to talk about them and point out some of my favorites and some of the ones I think are unique, some of the ones I think deserve to be shown on camera, but they're pretty much all here. If you watch my videos, I usually have them in the background here. Now it's a pathetic shelf with my very pathetic Funko collection. But I'll do my best to show most of them off. You know, watch my videos, they're going to appear. I usually put them on the side of my screen on some of my shows, especially on the Flipping the Nerd show and on Video Game Blah Blah, which are weekly shows I do on this channel. So, why did I get into bobbleheads? I really don't know, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I just one day had like 5 or 6 bobbleheads in my collection when I moved out of my parents' house and was going to college. And I realized, you know what? I kind of like these things. They're really funny. They bobble. Oh yeah. And I thought they were the best thing ever, so I just started buying them. And then people started buying them for me. And now I have a whole shelf dedicated to them. I haven't bought too many lately because I'm running out of space. But I still like to get one once in a while if it really catches my eye, or I'm trying to complete some of the collections I started here. So I'm going to just pick up a few randomly, some of them that I think are better than others or have a better story behind it. Where to start? I love this one. This is my Mr. T in his van. This isn't the A-Team van, it's just a Mr. T van. I'm a huge Mr. T fan. I have been my whole life. I'm actually going to do a video about Mr. T pretty shortly, so check out for that. But I thought this is really cool. Speaking of different vehicles, we have, of course, I put them as far as possible. We have Darth Vader here, also in a ship. I really like these vehicle ones. I think they're really awesome. But one of the best ones I have, right off the bat, it's definitely one of my favorites. If not, well, it's not my favorite, but it could be second. And it's this one right here, which is Reagan. Not only does her head bobble, but the whole bed bobbles as well. I'm a huge fan of The Exorcist, and I think that one is just friggin' awesome. I'm a big horror fan as well, so I have a lot of the horror ones. Just, here we go. So, you know, Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, you know, Michael Myers, here you go. But I think my best one, other than the Reagan, is Pinhead. There we go, from Hellraiser. I mean, just look at this thing. It looks awesome. It's got all the pins. Just a really, really cool one. Put them down. All right, perfect. What else can I show? I absolutely love these ones from The Hangover. I have a bunch of them. There's actually here is a variant cover. So I like these. I got almost. I'm missing one character. I'm missing Phil, which really sucks. But and I even got Mr. Chow. Also right at the front. Should have spaced these better. So that's really awesome. One of them that actually has been pointed out in my videos as being a really legit one is the Dude. I'm a huge The Big Lebowski fan. And actually the one I'm searching for right now is Jesus from The Big Lebowski. Now, funny story, I've been telling that to people that I really want the Jesus one. And this is what someone gave me. I'm not even kidding. Like, wow. You know, I liked it. I thought it was so funny. You know, they really meant well. They really meant well. But this is not Jesus from The Big Lebowski. But I thought it was a pretty funny story anyway. Walking Dead. I'm a giant Walking Dead fan. I have all of those here. Michonne, Rick. Just, there's more in here somewhere. You know. Anyway. So those are really cool. I have the whole collection of The Big Bang Theory. So, you know, Sheldon, and there's, well, I have them all. I actually think Leonard looks really good as far as the bobblehead goes. I think he's really like one of the most realistic bobbleheads I have. Frank the Pug, super awesome. Got him in Universal Studios a couple years ago. This one is a really cool one. I'm a huge fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, no. Nightmare Before Christmas. I am a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas, so Jack here. It's a really good one. But, you know, there's a ton of them. My most recent ones, I bought these on Boxing Day, my Sons of Anarchy ones. They're the only two that they have. The show was no longer in the air, and I was afraid that it'd be really hard to find if I didn't buy it right away. So those are awesome. I got some zombie Star Wars ones, if I can, you know, I got a couple of those. So here's a zombie Stormtrooper and zombie Yoda, and there's a zombie Darth Vader and Chewbacca in here somewhere, but I don't know about finding them. And then there's some really big ones. My best friend gave me this one when I went to New York, King Kong. Really cool there. You know, there's just a bunch of them. I mean, I can go on and on. I can show them all. I mean, I love my Colonel Sanders. I thought that was funny. And Mr. Bean, I'm a big fan of as well. So, you know, there's a bunch of them. Actually, one I really want to show off here. Burnie Burns from Rooster Teeth, who has a really funny story behind it. I'm actually going to link the video. It's a really short, like, minute and a half about why he made this bobblehead. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But there are two things I want to specifically call out. Number one, you can see him at the front here. I have the entire The Office line of bobbleheads. So this was inspired by Dwight Schrute, who has his own bobblehead on the TV show. And they made a bobblehead of pretty much all the characters up to season 5. And I have absolutely every one of them. I have an office theme office. I'll put up a picture. I have a couple times now, kind of plug in my office. That's where I work. So those are my favorite ones. The ones I'm looking for right now, like I said, Jesus from The Big Lebowski. I'm looking for Stu from The Hangover. And any of the horror ones I don't have. You know, I don't have a lot of the other classic characters. So that would be cool as well. Finally, the one, you know, I get asked all the time, what is your favorite bobblehead? And I keep telling people, you know what, I'm really biased about it. And there's a very specific reason for that. And I'll just pull them all out here. It is one of my favorite things I own. In fact, it'd be one of the 3 things I would take with me if the house were to burn down. And, you know, that whole story, like, what would you take with you? And it is a bobblehead of me and my wife. This was actually our wedding cake topper at our wedding. You know, I'm a huge bobblehead enthusiast, and I thought it would be really cool to, you know, kind of fit that into my wedding somehow. So I settled on the wedding cake topper. Friggin' awesome. I was super happy about it. And bobbleheads had another thing in my wedding. The wedding gift my wife gave me for, you know, whatever. She just felt like giving me something at the wedding to thank me, you know, because this is awesome. Are actually a lot of these office bobbleheads. They were hard to find. They were super expensive because we had to ship them from the US, from the NBC store directly. So all this cool stuff. I love bobbleheads. I mean, they're just awesome. So this is it. This is my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me which ones you like of this collection. Tell me if you have your own collection. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear about it. Tell me the bobbleheads you own, what you're looking for, all that jazz. I love to talk about bobbleheads. I can talk about it all day long. They are the thing I probably collect the most, other than movies, video games, and all this other stuff. But anyway, bobbleheads. So thank you again, Dylan Johnson, for recommending a topic. If you have a topic you want me to talk about, just put it in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch my other videos, because that would be awesome. That's it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.